9:16. Welcome back to our daily show. It's Wednesday. I mean, we're almost there. We're almost there. 2 days to freedom for most people. I'm off tomorrow, so I mean I gotta go to work tomorrow. But you know, it's like that's my Friday.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good.
You take it when you can get it.
How's everything at Honeybee Vintage?
Good. Thank you for having me today.
Well, you know, I just think it's so cool. You know, when I stop by and just see the selection you guys have, and also just driving by the other day, especially during pub crawl day, it looked like you guys were having a good time.
Well, we try. Yeah, it's a lot of fun when the shop fills up on a busy weekend on a Saturday. Yeah.
Well, you know, it's summertime, and the whole point that we're trying to make on the show is let's keep the dollar right here in the 618 and keep supporting, you know, a small business. And as the summer's kicking off, how are you feeling with everything?
Well, summertime brings lots of activity, festivals and things like that. So it does bring people downtown. The key would be for them to come back for a shopping day instead of an event. But it does bring life to downtown. It's wonderful for downtown. And we do see an uptick in day trippers.
Oh, wow.
You know, to me, it's always encouraging and exciting when we get new visitors in. First timers, people who've never been in the store before, and they just kind of look around and try to take it all in. And then it's our job to make sure that first time guest becomes a repeat customer.
And they look right outside your front window and realize you have one of the nicest views in town, too.
I do. And my checkout counter is, you know, I decided on that position for a different reason, but the side benefit is I get to see when that river sparkles. I love it.
Well, I really thought about that whenever I was in. I'm like, that should be the sales pitch. I mean, this is one of the best views of the river out there.
Yeah.
Well, and since you were on the show last, how have you guys grown since then? Because it's been a few months.
Yeah. So we have added a few vendors this spring. My vendor team right now, we've got 20 vendors. About half of the square footage is occupied by local micro businesses, and they are fantastic, doing a great job. What the fun part is that as many vendors as I have, they each bring their own unique perspective, and that's how I think it works all well together. Hopefully creating the right recipe where anybody who walks through the doors, men, women, old, young, you can find something that you can gravitate to.
100%. Well, and you know, it's so cool that you guys are, I mean, you're an incubator as well as being your own small business. I mean, it's 2 in 1. And with the way that you distribute the vendors and the way that you choose them, it's a successful formula, I'm sure, for everybody, because, you know, your vendors are happy. They're making, money in their micro, businesses that are there. And also, you know, you're able to grow yourself while also helping those others grow too.
Well, that's the hope. That's the hope. There's certain clear benefits to me to having vendors in the mix. It makes it kind of a complicated business model. But from the vendor perspective as well, it just provides a marketplace for them and we're open 7 days a week.
Right.
So it provides a little consistency, particularly in the non-peak months for vendor markets, when the farmer's market's not going, night market's not going, when, maybe flea markets are closed. Provides year-round consistency. It's greater investment on their part to really have some skin in the game and pay rent for it. So I honor them for that. And it takes continuous diligence on their part to bring in new things, take old things out, and just keep things changing and moving. But I give them a lot of freedom to do what they want, to build their brand, to have their own look and feel within that space. And it works really well when you've got good people in the mix.
Oh, 100% over. And it really, the store, you can't even tell hardly that there's different vendors set up. And that's what I think is so cool about it. It's not, it's not booths. It's really just, it's an open flow store. It's so unique when you walk in there.
Thank you. That's intentional. It's by design. I was very specific about no pegboard, no slap board. And it, each space is a little quirky. As a result, we have to get real creative about invisible and visible dividers, but we know where the spaces, where the boundaries are, but it is meant to have a flow so that as the customer enters. There's a loop that you go through. You're not going to miss anything. There's a side room filled with clothing, and then our upstairs boutique is where all the families can shop for their children.
That's one of the best parts. I'm telling you.
Oh, thank you.
That's always a winner, you know. And I wanted to ask you, because you were talking about farmers markets a little bit and night markets, because we hear, you know, and we see the photos of people, you know, at Alton Artisan Farmers Market, which is huge. And
it's huge.
Night markets being very popular. But when it translates to business, is it a big night for you, or are those big days for you when you have those events?
It's the opposite effect, if I'm going to be honest about it. But it does bring people downtown. Alton Main Street's invested in a big study that shows that, you know, when you look at it long term. But any of these events, F1 Powerboat, All Wheels Drive-In, I love all these events. But on the day, it doesn't benefit retail. I get it. My observation. Are they good for the city? Absolutely. Great for quality of life. Great for bringing people downtown. But we really do rely on the casual shopper who they want to come down and just stroll Broadway.
That's interesting. Well, and it's really a fascinating perspective too. Like you said, these are great events. It's just hearing that is probably an interesting point for a lot of people too.
Yeah. And I don't know what the solution is exactly. No. It doesn't all have to be about retail. I think festivals and events are fantastic. And, you know, I consider it my responsibility to make the shop so attractive and so enjoyable to come to that people would be willing to be intentional and drive down and spend a little time with us.
I am going to be intentional right now, Melissa. Ready?
Oh.
If you're at one of these events, stop in. You know, what are we doing here?
Or pick another day. Yeah. You know, same thing with the protest on Saturday. It was the worst Saturday business-wise because we had people marching in front of the shop. That's a wonderful American thing to do, to express freedom of speech. But the hope is that on a different day,
you come back in.
Come back in.
Well, and see, that's good. Maybe we can start making our, you know, plans, especially if we have friends in St. Louis and they want to come maybe catch up or have a bite to eat, stop by, you know, one of the business or restaurants on Broadway, go shop for a little bit, and then, you know, keep moving on. Yeah.
And CJ, I love what you're doing this month to highlight small business, brick and mortar downtown. It's so beneficial to our city. I'm so grateful for it. My view is that I never want to appeal to people that, hey, in order to be a good citizen, you got to shop small, shop local. It does take some intentionality, but what my perspective is, choose your favorites.
Right.
You don't have to shop everywhere. If you don't like it, don't go there. But choose your few favorites, and then just remember.
Well, and see, that's what's really important too. And there's, you know, times where I kind of get frustrated about maybe seeing, you know, a Facebook post by a business owner because it's like, well, they put up the, you know, shop small and all that, which is important. I get it. But you have to, like you said, go out of your way to make people really want to stop in and see what you're all about. And when people are putting in the effort like you guys have to in the downtown district to survive and thrive, I mean, it's a lot of work that folks at home don't realize, you know, how much it takes sometimes.
Sure, there's a lot of heart in it, but it's worth it.
Oh, totally.
Our city is worth it.
Well, and that's why I love doing this, because it's a way for us to spotlight the good. Like, we have so many fantastic businesses down there on Broadway, and you guys contribute to this really unique incubator of really just excitement and small business growth. It's like, let's talk about it more. Why are we driving out of town, you know?
Yeah.
So when I walk in, I thought it was so cool, some of the different like kind of Illinois specific things that were in your shop. And I don't know if that was a vendor or if that's your guys's product, but take me through that, because I saw some Abraham Lincoln things too in there. And just, I think that's such a unique touch.
Well, thank you. That also is intentional. I do order some custom things. I've got local vendors as well, artists who do local landmarks. Elise Paints Things is one. AJK Designs is one. She has things in the shop. And I think having that local flavor is important. In general, we try to do all not found on Amazon items, things you're not going to find anywhere else. But in order to cater to our loyal locals, as well as people passing through and want to pick up a little memento, that local interest is important. So we have items of historic interest, but also local landmarks and branded, Midwest and Alton things.
I think it's just so cool.
Well,
and
thank you.
I really hope people stop in because your selection is really unique and it's for every kind of shopping experience you might have. Like you said, it could be to stop in and pick something up to remember it, or you need great home decor, or you want to go talk about, the kids' clothing section, which is just fantastic.
Thank you.
And really, that's what I wanted to come back with after this break, because you have a special going on in the month of July.
I do. I can't wait to tell you.
And we got some exciting news for all of you. So you stay there, and I'll be over here with Melissa right here on RiverBender.com and Roku TV.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
When I got in the car accident at the ER, they gave me a prescription of hydrocodone. And over time, it took more medication to mask the pain. I moved over to drug seeking and found heroin and fentanyl. I went to the Centerstone rehab facility, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have my own car. I have a job. There's nothing holding me back anymore.
Attila Fest is coming to Alton Amphitheater on July 26th. Presented by D. Smith Promotions, hosted by Reason to Doubt Podcast. Don't miss your chance to see Big Boogie and Boozy Badass live on stage with special guests Dirty Mugs, Borderline, Marquise Knox, and NKG Band. For VIP and slots, call Queen at 314-967-8999. Attila Fest. Don't miss it.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. 9:29. I haven't heard Boston in a while. That's like one you hear at Applebee's every once in a while. And welcome back to Our Daily Show. Melissa Bland back in the studio. Honeybee Vintage is such a great place. And really quick, just while I have you, here's her website, a little bit of what you guys can experience just online at honeybeevintagealton.com. I'll take you to the homepage. And, there's just so many great collections of things as you see on your screen. But this children's boutique, that's the place to be. Trying to tie it in together. But now fill me in on this.
Yeah. So to our earlier conversation about brick and mortar and trying to generate foot traffic downtown, part of the solution for us and survival actually is to have an e-commerce component as well. Social media selling is important, and then the website. And thank you for showing that, because that puts some subset of our products, the new items, in front of a national audience, and it does kind of help fill in the gaps.
Some of these are so cool, though. Look at these children toys you got. I didn't even know you had this. There's a trampoline.
Well, there's more online than we have in store, and there's
Gotcha.
Sort of a subset that is in both places. But the upscale resale for kids and in general are in store. None of the one-of-a-kind items are online. But if you're looking for a gift and you want to just ship it out to a family member or whatever, you can do that on the website and ship it out direct. Or you can choose local pickup, save the shipping, and just come grab it in store. We'll have it ready to go.
Well, I just think it's really cool because, like you said, it's not going to be the one-of-a-kind item, but these are really nice items. It's curated. It's not going on Amazon's like top 10 and, finding something that's going to break next week.
Right. That's exactly right. And I as you said, I curate the new items just as carefully as picking items for resale. All of our resale items are found locally, so all of that money stays in the local economy. There again, with the new items, I choose carefully. Many are regional items, but even if I buy nationally, they're small businesses.
Yeah.
These are often handmade, tons of heart in these products. I curate for quality, I curate for style, I curate for price. So, if we get that mix right, then it works well.
How long does it take to really kind of go through and sift through some of the, because I'm sure you're getting inundated and peppered with things left and right to go through and look for?
Yeah, well, that's the fun part, isn't it?
Is it really? It's like the Sherlock Holmes of it?
Yeah. It is fun, and to try to anticipate what the customer will want, what's going to hit the mark, to keep changing and evolving. You try some things and it's a flop, and so you transition to something else. Try to look for seasonal items.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, serious, like I'm like right here just on this, and I found this just because my rug that I just purchased is also completely ruined now. And so I'm like, I'll just kind of go look and click on rug. But I mean, with the sale, $27, you couldn't get that at Walmart for that price.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get sued now because I mentioned Walmart. But, I really think it's amazing, though, that you're able to still keep that within the relativity of being affordable for everyone, Well,
I hope so. I do on the website, in addition to the gifts, as you pointed out, there's a number of rugs, there's wallpaper, there's furniture, paint, so it kind of rounds out the home decor picture.
Yeah.
Lamps, a little bit of furniture on there that you can order in, but really try to be careful to make sure the quality is there.
Now, how often do you refresh the in-store look? Is that something you do
Continuously.
Do you really? Okay,
continuously. Every single day I'm putting out new merchandise.
Really?
So it's fun for everybody if it looks different every time you come in. And it's how things get noticed and it's how things sell. So continuously, but also seasonally. So I'll change the windows out with a new season or a new holiday. And like the children's, for example, we touched on that. In July here, we've got BOGO days coming up in the boutique.
Thank Melissa right now.
So if your kids aren't outfitted yet or are missing a few pieces for summer, it's a great chance to do that. And then hopefully we'll make space so that by the time we're thinking back to school in August, September, that we'll start bringing in fall. So lots of transition between seasons.
Well, and honestly, I think it's such a good point to make too, like with the children's clothes. I mean, everything, it was just, it's affordable. The material's fantastic.
Thank
too.
you.
It's really just, it's high quality clothing that really looks great in always an occasion,
You're being generous.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm telling you, it was amazing. Everything always looks good.
Well, the niche in the BT, it's not a huge loft area.
Right.
So it's, I'm very, very picky on condition, number one, and also quality. I'm not a slave to brands, but I do look for brands. I look for boutique. I look for and premium brands like Ralph Lauren and Hannah Anderson and Minnie Bowden and lots of Matilda Jane right now up there. And so some of the favorites among local moms and grandmoms.
That's really cool. And now you were saying you were going to be even more generous, and if somebody mentioned that they watched this.
Yes. So our BOGO days start officially July 1, but if one of your listeners or viewers wants to mention it in store, we'll honor that ahead of time. So
how about that?
Yeah.
You're welcome. I mean, it's a Wednesday and you're getting gifts. You know what I'm saying here?
The RiverBender special.
Right. I love it. Well, and honestly, I just think it's so great to highlight this because, sometimes I think when folks are trying to plan their shopping experience and want to hit multiple businesses, and this is just something I used to do, it was trying to map out when everybody was open, and kind of getting this, but you're open 7 days a week.
Open 7 days a week, yeah. Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5, Sunday, 12 to 5. We get lots of people coming in Mondays and Tuesdays when downtown's a little slower, who find themselves downtown looking for something to do. And Mondays and Tuesdays aren't bad as a result because people are grateful to find us open. And then we refer to those others who are open.
Well, it's a team effort, and that's really, when it comes to the district as a whole is passing those folks along and saying, hey, I know you had fun here, but man, right down the road, they got some really cool stuff too.
For sure. I don't know how the culture has been in the past, but I think there's this rising swell of colleagueship and camaraderie between small business brick and mortar owners downtown. And I am so pleased to refer to the good ones.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
And now, with that being said, what's your kind of just final thoughts as we're wrapping up? Anything else that you're looking to do with the store? Is there any other items getting ready to come in that you want us to be aware of?
Well, the primary focus is the buy one, get one free for kids' clothing and shoes. If you, as a woman or man, want to refresh your wardrobe, we've got tons of clothing right now. New jewelry has flowed in. Just new all the time. You can come on a Saturday or once a week if you want to and discover new things every time. So.
You definitely will. Yeah. And you get to see Melissa, so that's always a win too. Melissa, it's always great talking to you.
CJ, I'm so grateful.
And, don't be. This is seriously my pleasure.
We would love to welcome your listeners into the store, and I'm just grateful for any chance I can to talk about the shop.
Whenever you put all the work in, like you guys do, I mean, you really deserve the recognition too. So if you haven't yet, seriously, stop by Honeybee Vintage. You might see me in there. Who knows? Might as well. And you can get some really cool stuff. Be a part of that BOGO for the Children's Boutique in the month of July. Also, you mentioned it right now until the month of July. You'll be a part of that little bit of an early bird, if you will.
Yeah, first pick.
We'll put everything on a write-up on RiverBender.com. We'll take a quick break. Melissa, hope you have a great rest of your day. And
thank you.
Now,
likewise.
What time does work start for you?
I have someone working at the shop today, so today's a picking day and a little resting day for me.
There you go. We'll enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We'll be back after this.